You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show.
Hey. Are they mad?
Go ahead, give it to us, Corrinne. Give us the performance of a lifetime.
I need a fan. I'm voguing.
Fabulous. I'm gone with a win, fabulous. I'm gone with a win, fabulous. I'm gone with a win, fabulous.
Now twirl.
Twirl.
Twirl. Yo, what up, After Buzzers?
Swag. Bang, bang.
I say I'm crazy.
I say.
She's broke.
All right, enough of this.
Well, I am too, though.
She mad.
That's what we have in common.
Yo, what up, After Buzzers? Bing is for doing, and we are here doing another AfterBuzz TV after show
Bang,
for
bang.
The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 5, Episode 11. This donkey kicks.
This donkey kicks.
It does kick, though.
It did a lot of things. I'm your boy, DJ Jesse Janedy, here in studio. Unfortunately, Stephanie Barr cannot be with us, but we got our lovely Corrinne back.
She's gone with
There
the
she
wind
is.
back. Hello.
She's back.
I don't even know where to look anymore.
And she got her hair in.
Honey, I've got some dookies up in this joint. Holler.
She took it back.
She giving us
Throwback,
sister
poetic
act.
justice.
Poetic justice.
Poetic justice.
Get
Poetic
it
justice.
with the high pony. You know. But the afro will be back.
We have
Thunder and rain.
Sir Mykee Wattz.
What up? What is good?
All right, wasn't as fabulous as Corinne's entrance. but
I'm not
that's
as
all right.
fabulous as Corinne, obviously.
But you know who is just as fabulous as Corinne is the one, the only Courtney Stewart.
Hello.
What's
Hello.
up?
As always, Courtney, I'm super excited to hear your opinion because we talk all throughout the show while we're watching it, and I
we
can't
were reading.
wait to hear. Because whenever Courtney hits me up and says, "Did you watch the show yet?" Because I can't wait to talk about it. I know she got some good comments. I'm really excited. And there was a lot. This might have been called, this should have just been called Phaedra versus Kenya.
Should have just been called hotmess.org.
But
in
before we get
Atlanta.
to the episode, can we please talk about Watch What Happens Live last night?
The Battle of the Dunks.
No, it was the battle of the gays last night on.
Oh, last night?
Watch
They
What
were going
Happens.
in.
You talking about Kenya's background Vogue dancers?
her debut performance.
Honey, those Vogue, they were Vogue
Those
dancers.
dancers were everything.
Circa 1990, whatever, because they
91.
were from Madonna's.
No, they were not.
Vogue. Yeah.
I know one of them. One of
Yeah.
them, his name is Pony Zion, and he was on the first group of America's Best Dance Crew, and it was the first gay group that did voguing on
Oh, I
that.
remember
Okay,
that.
yeah.
He was on
That's
that. He's
what's
from
up.
New
But
York.
He was going in. I liked him.
He was the flat top one?
The bald headed
The
one.
Vogue?
He's the one he like draws in his hairline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
shade of
Oh,
it all.
I'm getting a note here.
Couldn't get to stay on her mic.
Nonetheless, it still reminded me of, like, you know, Madonna.
Well, what did you think of the song?
voguing.
I think the song, it's a circuit song. It's a gay song.
I mean, I'm not mad at it because, you know, the ultimate, she wants a check. I thought the performance was, I mean, she's cute. The wind was blowing. Her pants were tight. I was
She
like,
looked good.
oh,
I'll
did
give
she
her
get
I
that.
can
those-
see all
yeah.
it playing at a gay ball. That's what I see.
That's it. Not at a gay club. Not at a club. I don't want to hear. If I hear
You
that,
hear that?
going
You hear
out-
that? Not at a gay club.
I don't want to hear that when I'm out.
It's
Leave it at the bars.
To me, it's the same as tardy for the party.
Bitch, and if I ever heard that in a club, I
whoa.
They used to play
No.
that at the clubs, even straight clubs.
would. Wow.
I have
I don't know
never
what
heard
club
that
you were.
before. A honky tonk bar.
All right.
Bang,
So
bang.
she was on there also with MJ from Shahs of Sunset, who you are irrelevant. I can't even with that. This bitch
Wrong
said.
show, honey.
This bitch
I
said
thought it was Snooki. I didn't know what was going on.
No, it's MJ.
I thought it was Snooki.
Look, I was riding for MJ until Andy asked the question, were you really in love with Walter? And before Kenya could say anything, MJ was like, you could see her emotions on TV. Those were real. Bitch, what?
Get
Bye.
your
She was
life.
probably drunk anyway while she was saying it, and MJ's a little bit crazy too, so.
You ain't no little bit about that.
All
A
right,
lot bit.
The other thing that Kenya said, two quotes. One, Kenya said, you can't fake emotions. Well, bitch, don't you call yourself an actress? That's what an actress does.
He
right?
tried it, Kenya, he tried
Mm-hmm.
it.
And then the other one was, she said, Walter made me look like a fool. Bitch, were you not just performing on Andy Cohen talking about Gone with the Wind Fabulous?
Damn,
You
he
make
doesn't read.
He reads. But she did not look like a fool, though. She was performing.
She was pretty.
She's an artiste. I don't think she looked like a
artiste.
fool.
Girl-
Because if somebody gave me a song to sing that was catchy like that, honey, I would do it.
You
Fool,
think
no
I'm
fool.
broke?
Yeah.
You ever
Was invested.
okay?
Hello.
When y'all were younger, did you guys ever do Hooked on Phonics or Hooked on Math? Any of
Oh,
those?
wow. Wow.
No.
Okay.
I was
Yes.
really smart.
I could actually
Then,
read.
honey.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not-
reading at like 2. So
I was-
That's awesome.
In
For-
honors classes.
for the
I'm
regular
just saying.
people
I was
out
doing
there.
geometry from the womb,
Bitch, that's what her song sounds like.
From the sperm.
jumping out.
it sounds like hooked on phonics.
Jumping out with a math book.
It
and
does.
stuff.
That song sounds like Hooked on Phonics. And what I was telling her is, if you replace Gone with the Wind Fabulous with the word yes, it would be a much better song. You think I'm broke? Yes. You think I'm ghetto? Yes.
You need to
You
have
think
several.
I'm ugly? Yes.
You need to have several, and do not
Wow.
knock Kenya's hustle. Cause all
What
she's
is in
trying
your
to
cup
do,
today?
honey? He a haterade.
He is going in.
The red
Yo,
kind too.
I'm-
The
I'm-
red
that's
kind.
Give her
usually my
credit.
role.
She had on her gold pants and her hair was
Wait.
all did, and she was like invested. She was committed to her performance.
Thank
She
you.
did her
Hold up
right.
though. She did. I'm not saying she looked cute.
She really thought she was Beyonce.
However, she did think she was Beyonce
I mean,
performing at Watch What Happens.
hold on though. She had fans giving her all the hairography that she needed. She had some tight ass.
Because it's real.
right. She had some tight ass gold pants on, and her girls were sitting up nice.
My favorite
Get it, Kenya?
Twitter comment of the night on that performance was someone said Kenya Moore did a really good job. ... tucking her penis.
Ooh, that is rude.
That's just how it goes.
That is
sometimes.
so rude.
All right.
That's just how it be like.
Enough of that.
People just hate on Kenya. So
I'm
much.
about to hate on Kenya this whole episode.
I
'cause-
like Kenya. I'm right now for you.
All right,
Holler.
girl. You can do that,
Brown
girl.
girls roll up in this piece.
Well, let's talk about NeNe first. We see NeNe's in Hollywood. I love NeNe, but I didn't like her this episode. I was kind of
I'm gonna throw a little shade. She was like,
Ooh.
the only thing we have a budget on is our furniture, because I want to make sure we're gonna stay here permanently. I'm like, but you're not gonna be there that much longer. Like,
Oh, you
really?
tried it,
Ooh,
my
Oh,
man.
that is
that was
wrong.
that,
Really?
Y'all
Like,
talking about
let's-
me and Kenya.
Let's
you
be
talking
honest. Let's be honest.
No,
Why?
NeNe's working it. She
Yeah.
just did Fallon.
The
She
only
was
thing I
at
have a budget on is my furniture, because I don't know if we're gonna be here. I just want to make sure, like,
And
come
that's
on now.
incorrect. That's not
Come
what
on
she
She
now.
said.
didn't say
be
budget.
smart. Let her be
She
smart
said the
about
only
her
thing she
choices.
cares about is.
No, she said budget.
Did you hear?
She
budget?
said she's on a budget right now because she doesn't know if they want to stay
there.
in that house.
If she can afford to stay there much longer.
Ooh, you tried it.
Afford.
Well, you know who can't afford something is Miss Kenya. Obviously, can't
Don't
afford
do
those
it.
storage unit rent.
Don't do.
Because she was like, "Ooh, finally, girl, you want some furniture? Because that rent,
Kenya
storage units
confuses
be
me. She
expensive.
confuses me.
Why?
Because, okay, so first the Walter thing just confuses me, because she says that she is alluding to the fact that he might or may not be gay.
Yeah, because she mad.
That she found out some things about Walter that she never knew about. And then she goes around talking about she needs to get paid, but then she's like, I walk around in $1,000 shoes. I'm like, girl, then you should be set though. Money should not be an issue.
Well, let me stop you right
Girl, you
there.
better sell some shoes.
All she's doing.
Better go up in that closet.
All she's,
And I don't even believe in that. I don't believe in selling shoes, but come on now.
girl, well, you got to do what you got to do. But basically, all she's doing is, she's scripted to a
Are
degree.
we back on? Can
you
we
know
stop
what I'm
talking
saying?
about Kenya right now?
Well,
We
y'all
just
want to
talking
keep it.
about NeNe.
I'm sorry, I just had to bring it up. I was
brought it
confused.
up. I'm defending Kenya right now. I mean,
Girl,
I'm just
I
saying.
can't.
She
Go
got
ahead.
on the show. They told her to be with Flat
She
Top.
ain't married.
So she was like, all
Top.
right, I'm going to try to make it work. Now that the story is all exposed, it was unraveling while they were filming, she has to keep the lie alive.
That's
keep
true.
the lie
There it
alive.
is.
Get your life.
All right, as long as you ride him for that.
Take it to the
Now,
grave.
the other thing with NeNe that I was not a fan of was, well, we both were kind of saying this. She keeps talking about the stress of being on these shows, and then we learned that NeNe has control issues, which I think we always knew. But you know, hearing her talk about Greg with it and kind of realizing it through his eyes, I liked that. And I'm also going off of the fact that I saw them on Wendy Williams together, and you can find that they finally found a place to balance out their relationship.
They found the middle.
They did.
ground.
Now, here's what I didn't like about NeNe. She was talking about, Greg, I'm not focused, and I need more help from you. And then she's sitting there complaining. You have arrived, but now you're complaining that you have to be on set at 5 o'clock in the morning. You're
She
complaining.
wasn't complaining. She was
I
commenting.
told you Courtney was in it. Courtney, she was complaining she didn't have a chair. She was complaining about her guest. Bitch, if I was on Glee, you could sit me in the damn. My room could be in the bathroom, and I would be excited.
I'd be camping outside.
All I have to say is I am a Lanithia Monique Johnson Leaks fan.
You sure are.
I live for NeNe, the blonde hair,
Obsessed much?
pre-nose job,
I'm over the
post-nose
blonde hair.
job, like all of it. However, I have to agree with my boy here, Jesse. NeNe, I was like, girl,
And girl, you on the show, but you ain't
Girl,
even on.
you're on the show sometimes, and
And girl, you had 3 lines.
it
highlighted.
did seem like she was complaining about how hard it was. This is the dream that you've had since forever. When I get to that point, y'all ain't gonna hear me complaining.
Show ain't.
You ain't
Hell
gonna hear me
to
say a
the no.
word.
I'm be sleeping outside. I'm like, oh, y'all want me to bring my own chair to set? I'll put my own name on that joint. It doesn't even matter.
You mean I gotta
Oh.
be there at 4? I'll be there at
I'll
3.
spend the night. I'll do it right
I'll
here.
camp outside.
Yeah, I'm living.
All
I'm
right.
living at
I mean-
Paramount. I'm just saying. But I mean, I get it. Like, I get her grind. I get her hustle. This is probably what she had to say to, like, have, you know, her spot for this past episode.
Well,
I don't know.
And it's an adjustment in her life. Like, that's a different schedule. She ain't had no job for real in how long?
Girl, that
She's
is a
been chilling
whack
off of Greg's money.
adjustment.
So
Hey,
she
the stripper
wasn't
pole is a legitimate
necessarily
job.
Complaining. She said
You
she
gotta-
was blessed. She recognized she was blessed. She's just saying it's not easy to make that kind of leap.
I'll give her that. You know, she's
No.
all by
Look
herself.
at Courtney.
She's not by
Oh,
herself.
Courtney will fight for NeNe.
How is she by herself?
She is by herself
How?
with your husband trying to raise the kids. Like, it's hard. Like, 'cause
Girl.
he got to be there for the son, and she's just saying, I need you to be there a little bit more for me, too, to help me out.
I did
she
get-
wasn't saying, like, you suck, you're horrible.
No, I'm not
And
saying that she
admitted she had
was.
control issues, that she wasn't letting things go and trying to do everything, including her job, which
What-
she can't do anymore.
I'm just saying, how was she there by herself?
She felt like she didn't have the help that she needed.
Oh, because her assistants weren't there?
Well, I guess she doesn't have an assistant or doesn't have the assistant that she want to have. I don't know.
Girl,
Greg
bye.
wasn't
well, she can
holding
take
his
all that
weight.
furniture money and put it towards an assistant.
These aren't
Bam.
real problems. But one thing I do want to bring up about their move to LA, or their temporary move, is when she said that Brent would be homeschooled. And the mere fact that she was like, yeah, but he'll find friends. How he gonna find friends and he's
I was gonna say
homeschooled in the
where.
middle of the season?
And your neighbor is Mel Gibson. Like,
Yeah, and Tyler Perry. And then her Dee, the real estate agent lady.
Dee Dee's real excited that NeNe's in town.
These edges. Dee, are you presenting houses like this? I want my
That's a
real
little
estate
rough.
agent with
Oh
a
my
St.
God.
John suit on, honey.
How you say it?
Real
Aggressive.
pearls. I was
Aggressive.
like, Dee, maybe she just, was running errands. Because, I look a little crazy when I'm around town running my errands, too.
She's not going with
You
Win
know that
Fabulous. She's just a real estate agent. I can't with you guys. All right, wait. Can we talk about Miss Kenya and her aunt and her cousin?
You need to go somewhere with that.
When they walked up in the house, apparently Kenya was cooking from Trader Joe's again.
Did you notice they didn't eat any of her food?
They sure
Right.
didn't.
She
They
had
didn't
a
even
salad.
They didn't even eat the salads. Them salads sat real cute and then all of a sudden magically there was like crab cakes on
I
their
was
plate.
like, what is that? Tofu? Party over. Get your life.
So then they go talking about Walter again, and then the cousin brings up, I think he's gay, and he looked like he wearing a toupee.
No.
And then, bitch,
correction. The cousin didn't say she thought he was gay.
What
She
did she
said
say?
strange.
and then the word
Okay.
gay came
I
up.
did. Did you hear that, Courtney?
Well, I said I think Walter's
didn't
gay,
hear
so
that.
I said it loud and
Wait,
clear.
Courtney, you didn't hear that?
You over 40
Wait.
in Atlanta by yourself, by your lonesome, with no wife. You kind of gay, dog. You kinda
So
gay.
is Kenya gay? Is she a lesbian?
Ooh,
Ooh, I don't know.
Because
Walter
she-
is not gay.
She
and
wasn't
neither
even
is
married.
Kenya.
Walter was at least married.
It works different for girls.
Oh, is that? Oh, Micah, here comes Mikey's rules of Atlanta.
Mykee is real aggressive tonight,
Girl,
y'all.
it's different
I just
for
want to let you
girls.
know he is on anger mode or something.
But I love y'all.
No.
All right, wait.
I love y'all.
What I need to understand is, then the cousin comes out and says, "Oh yeah, Walter used to try and holler at me back in the day." Bitch, why wouldn't you have said that the first time you met him?
Because Kenya has shoes, and when I say shoes, I'm saying issues. And then, but you heard Aunt Lori say, "Why now? Why did you have to go and say that to her?" Because she knows that, you know, the reaction from Kenya may not be the best.
I think that whole family is crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
even
done
look at
with
that
that.
aunt. Like,
Don't do Aunt Lori.
No, Aunt Lori. I
Don't
like
do
Aunt
it.
Lori.
Lori,
I think she's the only one with sense.
we need a new hair color, Aunt Lori.
Don't
We
do
sure
her.
do.
No,
And
sure
we
do,
kinda
Courtney.
flipped because she was all about Walter in that episode, and now
Right.
she's all like,
Girl, 'cause she was
well,
paid
you was
to-
naked and he didn't want you. But doesn't that say a little bit more about Kenya than it says about Walter?
Right.
Ooh, y'all
Exactly.
tried it, Kenya. I'm trying here, girl.
Well, you keep trying.
I'm
girl.
trying. Next time,
First of
just
all-
don't use LA
Well,
casting
no.
for your man.
Kooky.
Now wait. All right, here we go. Since you want to ride for Kenya,
Yes.
well, good. Let's get into the whole Phaedra, Apollo, and Kenya
Get on
situation.
into it.
Okay.
Boo.
How you feel?
Phaedra,
feel?
Apollo,
How you
and Kenya
feel?
talking about the donkey booty workout. So they go to the gym, and as we saw last time, Kenya said, you know, you got to be a little more organized with what you want. And Apollo and Phaedra, I guess, attempted to try and do that by showing them the booty drop squat and the funky donkey.
Can I interject here before you even proceed? The mere
Can
fact
you demonstrate that?
we don't even got enough room.
Right. AfterBuzz done put a
Right,
table
put
on the
a
room.
big ass table right here.
wanna-
I could barely
You
squeeze
can
these.
just get up on here and
Nah,
just squat.
honey, I could
Do not
barely
do that.
squeeze these thighs to get to the back. You know what I'm saying? I got a real dunk right here. I was like,
She
dang,
got a dunk.
how can I tuck
She got a
her
dunk.
to get to
She
the
got that done. She
chair?
got that done.
So what's you gonna say about the video?
Okay, so this is my thing. Did y'all catch the mere fact that when Kenya was like, okay, so show me what you got, and then Phaedra says, well, I mean, I don't even know what he came up with. Isn't this your business venture as well, ma'am? Have several, just all around the
As
table.
well, ma'am.
I would give
She
that
didn't
one.
even know. I was like, now that is unprofessional. So strike one. I was Team Kenya. I said, okay, you get a point.
They seem
Disorganized still.
Disorganized, yeah. And usually it feels unusual for Miss Phaedra Parks to be so disorganized.
No, it doesn't.
This is
You think?
No, I think that this
Thank you,
is
Corrinne.
okay, girl. I think that this is her norm. Like, I really do, especially when it comes to things that she is not as familiar with.
because she was not organized about the whole funeral business situation.
and she probably still ain't. Well, Willie Watkins. I'm just saying. Anyway.
All right. Well, so they showed that, and then Kenya brings up, but come on, just as organized as or disorganized as they were with that, Miss Kenya, I don't know what papers you were pulling out talking about, here's what I want the set to look like. Bitch, look like 3 rectangles on a damn. Talking about this is going to be wood floors. Bitch, and then you sitting there talking about I did 6 weeks of pre-production.
No, hold on. The sketch that she gave for the stage looked like 3 church pews. I was like, I just did praise and worship yesterday. Hallelujah. Right here on the set.
Now, and for this workout video, she wants $100,000.
Wow.
My thing is, it's a workout video. It's a starter workout video. Billy, what's his name? Tybo motherfucker ain't coming up in here.
you
Like,
tried.
I'm just saying. I mean, I love Apollo and I love Phaedra, but $100,000. And Miss Kenya Moore, your production company, what the hell are you offering for $100,000?
Well, Miss Phaedra Parks did
She
say
has a
money is not an
distribution deal
issue.
for them.
Now wait, no, hold up,
Phaedra did say money is not an issue.
hold up. That's fine.
And you know, Phaedra was probably like, I want the best. I don't want to do this bootleg. Like, I want everything set up perfect. Like, this is professional, blah, 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 blah. So Kenya gave it the full treatment.
Ooh, we're going to have a large discussion.
So what do you
tonight.
think about
No, hold up.
Okay.
Before we get there,
Courtney
I want I want Courtney to answer in this thing. Now, Courtney, you said she also had the distribution deal. Fine. That's cool. But that's separate from the $100,000. Now,
that's the budget for the video, yes.
All right. And then she says, on top of that, since I got you the deal, I want 10% of it. Okay. But $100,000 for talking about you need a 4-camera shoot, talking about you need lighting and all this stuff.
You need 25,000 shiny lights for the black people.
I'm just saying, that's a lot of money for...
We need lights.
production on a 45-minute DVD. Courtney, your thoughts.
Okay. Here's what my opinion is. I think that editing-wise, we lost a lot of information.
How so?
So I can't choose a side for real.
What kind of information do you think?
I will say that in defense of Kenya, it didn't appear like based on what I know of Phaedra, I could see her being like, I want everything top of the line, perfect, this, everything, makeup artists, hair people, blah 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 blah, stuff that we wouldn't necessarily need to make happen, which is why what's his face. Kandi's boyfriend was like, I could do it for $25,000. Yeah, if you just get one camera and stick everybody in a gym somewhere and do it. But not if you're trying to hire Cynthia to do a whole casting instead of asking a couple friends to do the video. Like, there's stuff that would add up that would make sense. I'm not saying that $100,000 has to be the case. I'm saying that probably could have been negotiable, and it didn't seem like they honestly showed us if they were willing to negotiate on the $100,000.
Well, they were
arguing on this 10% back end thing.
I don't think they were.
They were because the other offer that Apollo snuck in there said if you were to bring that down to $50,000, then
Apollo's irrelevant.
Thank you.
Apollo is beyond irrelevant, and his commentary. Oh, this is gonna sell buku coffee. Like, I can't believe
right,
exactly.
He needed to shut up and not exist.
Yeah, because exactly. And in a business meeting, there's no way that you're sitting here talking about buku nothing. You're not using that type of lingo in a business meeting.
I feel you.
Oh, Apollo.
He is coming straight from the pen, y'all.
I understand that, but I will say,
as he shouldn't be talking if he can only come up with buku dollars.
Now, come on. Now listen to what I'm saying. Apollo, yes, makes some irrelevant comments. However, the one comment that he did say that I felt was legitimate, he said, if you bring it down to $50,000, then we can talk about giving you a bigger percentage for the distribution. Why does that?
He said if you could have brought it to $50,000,
Boom.
not that she didn't try.
You.
So I don't know information-wise. That's why I feel like some of our information is missing, because she could have given them a counter offer and they still didn't go for it. I don't know, because it just seemed like they kept all the footage was hung up on the 10% thing.
It definitely,
and I don't believe Phaedra, if Kenya, whatever her name is, was trying to do this for real, like she could have been like, okay, yeah, I'll shave off this, like $100,000. Like a budget is workable and move around. The sticking point.
I said this while watching. The editing did play a huge role in why so many of us are confused and why we can't figure out the exact reason why they didn't come to an agreement, because we don't really know the real reason. We know what's being said here or there. So
well, I mean, I can tell you the real reason. Phaedra always knew that they really weren't going to use Kenya's, I'm using air quotes for those who can't see, production company, and she probably has gone with Todd. So you got to keep the money with the homies. Another point that I want to bring up really quick before you go there. You have a production company. Like, you know your business. You're a DJ. You know what's up.
Right.
She said it took her, 6 weeks to come up with this whole proposal and this plan? Nah, dog. Like, if it's your business, you can throw out, like, a rough estimate. It don't take 6 weeks.
It don't take, like, what did you really do for 6 weeks?
That's what I'm saying.
Like
maybe she meant 6 weeks, like, oh, I was shopping and looking for a distribution deal for the last 6 weeks, like, and I finally hooked up with somebody that gave me a deal that I could agree with.
Well, that's not how she explained, because she said everyone was biting it. They really wanted it. She was like, I mean,
that goes back to my point.
But that's still negotiating. Like, that's still trying to come up with a deal that she's comfortable with and wants to work with. That could take time. Like, that's not strange.
That goes back to my point.
Phone calls, but that's
editing.
still work.
We don't know what she did for that 6 weeks. weeks. They didn't tell us.
I'm gonna tell you what
We
she
can
did.
only assume.
She did do nothing. She went to American Apparel and bought them gold pants, and she found those Vogue dancers, and she got her life. Thank you.
Now-
Bye.
You know, in those 6
Right.
weeks though, Phaedra redecorated her office. I don't know if you guys caught that.
And she got a
But
new
why does she got her
assistant.
boobs all out at work? Aren't you an attorney?
Yeah, but I did like her little
Right, Courtney.
her little lawyer
It was a
outfit.
nice dress, but they were coming out full, like, flowing.
And who was the little Asian guy who was with her at the Bailey Group?
Well, we thought it was her accountant.
Yeah, I said
maybe.
that.
Which doesn't make sense because Phaedra was wait, before we get to
felt-
that, hold up, before we get to the Cynthia part.
Okay.
So the lawyer came in beforehand, that was Ghetto, the lawyer standing outside listening.
I didn't think that was ghetto.
Why?
Because he needed to hear everything that was taking place within that meeting.
Then he should have
because
been in the
think-
He
meeting.
should have been in the meeting.
you
He doesn't
tried it,
hover
both of
over,
you.
like, outside the door.
Right, that is
They
not,
mad.
Relax.
not a
They mad.
like.
I mean,
First of
that's
all,
how they do it, okay? You know, Phaedra is a lawyer.
and then not only that,
Parks is
but
hood.
how the heck? How are you going to have, Miss Kenya? You talking about? Oh, this is my production partner, the female, and then all of a sudden now you with this light skinned dude who doesn't make a word. or
Who the
say anything.
hell is that light skinned dude?
His name is Brandon.
And he has no business
said
being
he
that
was
big
one
of a
of her
queen at
producers.
6'2".
One of the producers.
One of the producers. He just really wanted to be on the show.
He does have some. Oh, you know what?
Now I think that.
I mean, I would do it too if she wanted me to.
do you think it was shady that Phaedra talked to Todd?
No,
No.
because you're
No.
not just gonna. This is the thing. Like when you have a business venture in mind, you're just not gonna stop at the first person that's coming to you with a proposal.
Talk
You're
to
gonna
Todd.
shop around, and of course, Phaedra, she's probably real cheap.
Was it shady
She wa-
or was it inappropriate?
It was neither.
Neither.
It's
It was
called
neither.
business.
Yeah, you comparison shop, but the way she said it, like, well, he said he could do blah, 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 blah. Like, that's not how you come at it. You be like, well, I have a counter offer on the table that says that they could handle it for this. Are you willing to negotiate down on your deal? Like,
Okay,
she made it
yeah.
more of a,
Right.
like, it's supposed to be your friend, and you talking down to her kind of a little bit.
But
No.
did you? Okay,
go
you're
ahead.
gonna go there, Candy.
But
Okay.
I mean, that's
Oh
perfect.
no, we aren't talking about Kandi yet. Hold up.
But that's a perfect example of why you don't mix friends with business. It just will ruin everything.
That's not true. Kenya's not her friend. Now, see,
Oh.
I think
Associates.
Phaedra working with Todd and Kandi is going to create a better product because Kandi would involve herself. Like they're close enough where they can say, you know what, girl, I got you. Like I'm gonna help you out. In that sense of it, yeah, she's gonna have to pay Todd his money, but there's more leeway.
Or is this going to end up as
But-
another Kim Zolciak
I mean-
situation?
Oh wow.
It could, but I don't think it's gonna
That
go
would
there
be
with Phaedra.
horrible.
And
But
what's her name?
you caught when once Kenya exited Phaedra's office after they had their meeting, and she was like, "Well, I don't really know her that well, so oh well."
Right.
Phaedra's words, you know.
Well,
There
and
it is.
so wait, but then
Shame.
another thing Kenya said was, well, you know what? If you want to go with Todd, you get what you pay for. Now, first of all, boo boo, we've all seen. Well, no, I can't even say that because I haven't seen one of your movies. But
I have
multi-million-dollar movies.
delisting now.
Well, multi-million dollars could mean $2 million, and $2 million for a movie is not that much money.
That's true.
XYZ.
I mean, do we really believe that those were $2 million? All of those were $2 million movies?
But the thing is, how expensive is a workout video?
I don't know. See, we have to get someone in here
I'm
who can
just
talk about that.
saying.
All right, but so before we do that, I
don't
want to give a
usually.
shout out to everybody at home because we got to talk about this birthday party. For tuning in, you guys are awesome with the comments and showing us love. Please get us to #1 on iTunes. It's
Please
super
do.
easy. Download,
feel like we're on
rate,
American Idol.
subscribe, and comment. If you guys leave us a comment on iTunes, we will give you a shout out here on the show, only on iTunes. And if you guys ask us any questions on iTunes, we will answer you. This is not American Idol. Bye.
5 stars.
So,
number 1.
couple shout outs to Board25, Derry Shannon, OS Midnight Love,
Ooh, wow.
Sexy.
Aphrodite Wonder,
XXX.
Eddie McGee,
That's my cousin.
1566
Hey.
CLD.
Not really. I don't know.
That sounds like a radio station. Abriel Slatton. And so
Slatin.
Mr. Slatton wants to know, or it could be a girl, I'm sorry.
Or
Slatton wants to know,
either way.
so now that we know Kenya's relationship's fake, does it make the scenes between her and Walter look uncomfortable? And
Yes.
I was gonna say, bitch, it's just been uncomfortable since the beginning. So
I mean,
Not, it's a hot mess.
it'll make it uncomfortable. It's It's just now you have it in the back of your mind that you know it's not real.
Yeah, now you're just like, okay, that's what that was all about.
It's
And
like,
party over.
Walter, do it right now in front of the camera so we know it's real. Like, I'm sorry.
Courtney, what did you think about the Kenya talking about?
My ex thoughts. Sorry.
I need 50. I usually get 50% off the distribution deal.
Well, I'm sure she does because she's making like straight to DVD movies, so that's how she makes her money.
Straight to
like,
centric
I don't think
TV.
that's absurd at all.
But wait, hold on. Aren't these movies hers?
Was absurd.
Aren't these movies that she makes hers, like her films?
I don't think
Not
that they are.
necessarily.
I think she partners with a lot of people. Like I know that today Megan Good was on Wendy Williams, and Wendy Williams knew that Megan and Kenya had worked on a movie together on the production side. Excuse me. So it wasn't.
I feel like she has a deal with Redbox, straight to Redbox.
I feel like
She
she has
looks like
a
a-
deal with Centric.
Straight to Redbox gal.
Straight to Centric TV for all your black needs. Holler.
All right, my favorite quote from Phaedra was in the office when she stood up and showed her donkey booty to Kenya. Kenya said, "Yes, that's fine, but you need to translate that to sales." She said, "Honey, it translates every day, and I'm sitting on a pot of gold."
Get it?
Word.
All right.
Because her
Then
donkey
Kenya
dick.
explained.
Phaedra's done said some.
What else
Today,
you say?
Phaedra's commentary was amazing.
She said crazy as a bed bug at the
Crazy
end.
as a bed bug. But what does she call Kenya's booty?
Lumpy.
She called it lumpy and
She said it was lumpy like a bad batch of gravy.
There
I
is no
live for this
time.
part.
There is no time.
I kind of felt shady towards Miss Cynthia talking to Kenya about Portia, and now I mean talking about Phaedra. I understand what Phaedra did was kind of like, bitch, why would you tweet that? Like, just show up here at 1 to 3.
Because she doesn't, again, she doesn't get that there is like steps to take when it comes to.
I get that, but don't
know.
you feel like there's loyalty? Like Cynthia should have
loyalty to Phaedra? No.
more so than Kenya.
Hell to the
Oh,
no.
please.
No.
She ain't loyal to nobody. She was like, where's my check? You haven't given me a check. I'm not doing this. And how you going to be tweeting, sending checks up to my office and blowing up my phone when you haven't even written a check?
Bloop.
But listen, is it loyalty or is it a level of professionalism that she's lacking?
Who?
Phaedra.
If I was Miss Phaedra, I would forget Miss Cynthia. I would be like, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to, I will be scouting you at my office. Forget Miss Cynthia. What is Cynthia really bringing to the table?
The Bailey Group.
Bringing to the table some professionalism, because if you just have all these crazy people coming up to your office from Atlanta talking about, oh, I'm tweeting it out, everybody can come up in here. You're going to have a hot disaster up in your
Ooh,
office. And
yes,
you're supposed to be a
Court.
professional attorney.
Yeah, because
Yes.
Wait,
was
was
that
it?
last scene? I felt like Cynthia was like the mediator.
Hold up. I didn't. I felt like she was siding with Kenya.
I don't think she was siding with Kenya. She was just getting all of the pieces to the puzzle, because to me it seemed like she was confused as to why Phaedra tweeted that. Then Kenya was the one who was being messy, because why are you even there? You just had the meeting in Phaedra's office saying that you would not be a part of the project, but you show up at the Bailey Group. And your dress
She
was
was
fabulous,
real
Kenya.
emotional, too, man.
Girl,
She was real
bye.
Bang.
upset.
Wait a minute, but hold up.
Bang bang.
You sitting here talking about this with the Bailey agency. I'm sorry, professional? Jet magazine? Can we rewind back to
Whoa,
the Jet?
don't do Jet.
Can we rewind back to the
Okay.
the girls that Cynthia had come in for
What
that?
about it?
Right.
What about it?
What about them?
Coochie crack.
Those
I
were
mean,
professional
that's what
girls?
they were looking for, though. It was Jet
It's
Beauty.
Jet
of the week.
Beauty. You have to have ass and titties.
And crack
And we
kills.
saw that,
Yeah.
but we also saw some messiness in there too.
Well,
Come
Messy
on.
is kind of Jet Beauty of the week sometimes.
Don't do that, Courtney. Mm-mm.
Yo, you know
No,
it's true,
Don't
though.
do it,
Don't act
Bo.
like you
Don't
don't
do
know.
it. Mm-mm.
There it is.
You was doing too much. I can't with you.
No.
Girl, bye. All right, so whatever. Basically, Kenya says, I'm done with the whatever. And Cynthia says, girl, we can cast you, but it's going to cost a fee. Sure. Now we get to Todd and Kandi's little situation. Real cute. Love them
It was
together.
awesome.
He said he adores her. Oh, heart
was
melt.
dope.
I adore
was
you. You know?
sweet.
You know?
Oh,
But I
was
did not
so
like that
sweet.
white dress.
Girl,
I
I got
love that
into
white
it.
dress.
They were
Shorty's
into it. I
over
felt it was a
Blue
little too
Hills,
tight
she was
for her.
amazing.
It was
It
too
was
tight.
a size too small.
Mikey said that bump in the middle of her chest was from the mic. It could have been just the wire from her bra. It could
I'm
be-
not talking about the dress, but whatever. Go ahead.
Ooh.
I felt like I could just lay up on her booty.
You just gave him a Phaedra,
Come on now.
Phaedra face.
The
That-
shade,
she
Courtney.
she looked amazing.
She
So,
looked good in that dress.
They put on all white.
Because black people love all white parties, says Peter.
Todd,
They-
Todd, if you're listening, step your shoe game up, brother.
I
Jack
like
Purcell's.
his outfit was. I liked it.
Step
Hater.
your shoe game up.
Hater.
You're 49, 39.
39.
Yeah.
What should he have
Grown
been
man
wearing?
shoes. Grown man shoes.
What are grown man shoes?
Grown man shoes.
Name
His
something.
outfit looked
Not them.
really cute.
What he had on.
Anyways, so they went on a helicopter
Oh, he
ride,
tried
cute.
it.
And while they're doing that, everyone's setting up the birthday party for Todd. Phaedra gets custom placemats. And I'm assuming
What was that about?
Phaedra also ordered the cake because it
That
looked like a
was
birthday cake from
the
Aiden's
world's-
birthday party.
The world's ugliest cake.
big ass lion.
Why didn't they just have, since they met in Africa, like, don't you think the cake should have been like the continent of
That's what
Africa
I was thinking.
instead of Mufasa?
The Lion King.
Mufasa from
Aw.
Kmart. Didn't even look like the real Disney Mufasa. He had one eye, a
For
gold
real.
tooth.
Look like a defective
It
Lego
looked
block.
like from the dollar store.
Get out of here with that.
Gold on
All right.
my pocket.
So Kenya
Gold
shows
on
up.
my chain.
Kenya shows up, and she's real surprised by how cordial Phaedra's acting. Why would you be surprised by that?
Right.
Because Kenya.
Kenya is extra.
I love me some Kenya, but dang, son, she's a little
Like, how did
SHIT starter. Just a wee bit.
And she sure did
How do
in
you
the next
expect her
scene.
to treat you? Like, should she be rude to you then? That's appropriate.
no.
But Kenya thinks with that mentality.
She's a mess.
The next scene, Kenya pulls Messi. Let's talk about Messi. Pulls Apollo aside to see if she's still on the go, and says, I'm not doing these deals for free. Bitch, no one was saying that. You talking about $100,000? How much of that are you really gonna profit off?
But
that?
this is the thing. You already said after y'all had that meeting in Phaedra's office that it's not going to work out for
You
you.
were done.
And so they were like, okay, bye. So the mere fact that you're sitting over here tapping somebody else's husband on the left shoulder, you need to get beat down. You're not touching my man. Back it up.
Well, so then, surprise, she goes over to Todd and Kandi, which is the messier of the Kenya.
Kenya.
Oh,
And
I
she
said
goes,
that.
ooh.
she goes, happy birthday, Todd. Also,
You could
why
just-
you taking my business, yo? Why you taking my business?
You could just see the boiling point in Candy's face. She was just like,
She scratched that weave real quick and was
don't
like,
you even...
But she
Kandi
also,
do not-
Kandi knows something that Kenya doesn't know, obviously, because you could talk. Kenya was like, and they're gonna talk about it next week, but this is not the appropriate time. Like, can you send it in a memo, on an email, or
she was like, not on my man's party.
Right.
Have several. You see these chairs? Several. Sit it down.
Matter of fact, go get some of that ugly cake over there. And then have you a seat.
and sit your lumpy ass down.
Bad magic, girl.
I know.
The struggle booty.
Yeah, so that was kind of awkward of Kenya to do that.
I mean, I still like Kenya though.
I still like...
Look,
well...
Like,
Here's
I
my
do
thing.
like her.
I like
cool.
Kenya
She's
because
cool.
she's entertaining for the show, but she's like, I wouldn't want to work for her production.
Do you really
company.
think that she is like wholeheartedly
Yes.
like that?
Yes, I think.
Or is just a persona? Like, I don't think that NeNe is, like this. I think it's a persona. I don't think Kim is like how she was on the show. I think it's a persona.
Okay, but those other girls you're speaking of do not look as crazy as Kenya's coming off. Like, or whoever's behind Team Kenya, whatever that consists of.
Brandon.
Hopefully not that gay boy.
Oh, he was. That Brandon boy was tweeting all day talking about, did you hear the background vocals on Gone with the Wind Fabulous? I really replayed it twice so I could try and hear some.
Was it him?
It was him.
I don't know.
I'm not even speaking.
Anyways,
on that.
keep
Anyways.
Ooh, the
On that
struggle
note-
is real, y'all. The thirst. There's just
What do you-
no time.
Before we end, I want to know, Courtney, what did you think of the whole messy situation with between Kenya walking up to everybody talking about the damn donkey booty ish at Todd's thing?
She should have been escorted out of the birthday party.
Ooh,
That's
rude.
good.
That is.
I would have been like,
rude.
security. Don't get this
You saying they should have did a Kim Zolciak?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you need to go.
Like
her
how
home
she had
because
her
that was
mom
ridiculous
kicked
and
out?
very inappropriate. But maybe she never sees them, so she figures, oh, we're all in the same place. I can talk about this now. But no, she was out of pocket completely.
Right. You running around talking about other people aren't professional. Bitch, send an email. You would give me Phaedra faces tonight.
Kenya, I'm still down for you.
That's awesome.
I might
Can
not
we talk
download
about-
your song though, but I still like you.
Can we talk about how weird that restaurant was though? Like, I don't mean to be.
That was
like,
a restaurant?
bring out race or anything. Yeah, did you see all the white guests that were back there doing their own thing?
They
were
were blurred
downstairs.
out, but when they entered in, Todd and Kandi, there were two white people sitting down. Their faces were blurred out, and you just see them looking like their heads looking at Candy's.
Well, I mean, look at it. That's a situation.
Yeah, it was on display too.
On that note, let's head into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Next week looks absolutely amazing.
Yes.
It does.
Come to find out, Kenya is doing her own workout video,
Go Kenya.
which is
Yeah.
interesting because a lot of the tweets are saying, as horrible as her song is, it would be a good workout video song. Gone with the wind, fabulous. Gone
I
with
would
the wind,
kill myself
fabulous.
having to listen to
Now
that while
twerk
working out.
and twerk.
I don't listen to music like that when I work out.
No?
No,
What do you listen to?
to real nasty gangster rap.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Like, I need angry
move your
stuff.
fat ass, bitch. Move, run hard. I'm like, okay, yeah. Got it, moving. Yeah.
and then we get Kenya complaining to Kandi.
And Kandi says, "I'm not having it.
Girl, I
don't tell me.
care. Like, she just don't care.
Do you? Do you?"
So, Donkey Booty Part 2 basically is going to be next week, but it looks like it's going to escalate, and I'm very excited to see how Miss Phaedra
I just love from the
Finishes it.
preview of Kenya's twirl at the end. She does her Gone with the Wind fabulous twirl.
She said, I'm twirling and cashing checks, honey.
I'll be doing it all the way to the bank.
Well,
the
here's a
bank.
question for you guys. Whose video would you watch?
I'm going
Neither.
with
Neither.
Kenya's probably.
You would watch Kenya's?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
I'd
look at
probably
her.
watch Kenya's
Her
too.
body is amazing. Like, she has a really great body, and I'm going with that.
And we think she works out to get that full body.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think she works hard.
Whatever. Surgery is a motherfucker.
I'm Team Apollo and Team Phaedra, and
Ooh, that video's gonna be whack.
all the way.
Exactly.
It's gonna be Gone with the Wind fabulous.
Who the hell is? If
And
you
can
actually buy
imagine
one of them
Apollo
videos,
talking through an entire video?
Hell to the no.
if you actually buy one of these videos, like seriously, you just
No,
need go hang
bootleg.
yourself. Like,
If you
there's no
have
time.
it, tweet us and let us know how it is.
Yeah, like wow.
Or
That's
you can
rude,
send me a
Mike.
copy.
For real though, this is not real.
I would watch it just to see Apollo sweating.
I would watch it to see Phaedra's
Oh, we know what you be doing.
her
at nighttime.
dance
Sure
moves.
would. All right, whatever. On that note, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Don't buy that video. Save your $12.
Guys, check out
$22.50.
Donkey Booty. I'm sure it's on Amazon somewhere. I don't know what Kenya's is called, so I can't give her a promotion plug.
Go
Follow
to the
us
gym.
at AfterBuzz TV on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Follow me on Twitter at DJ Jesse J.
At Just Saying 08.
At Mykee 3000 Watts.
And
Stuart started.
stay tuned, guys, because we're gonna have a surprise for you coming up in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
I'm very
Sure will.
excited for it. And please, #1 on iTunes, download, rate,
5 stars.
subscribe, copy, 5-star, copy. I mean comment. Bye.
Deuces.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Okay.
Now twirl.
Twirl.
Now
twirl.
Now
Now twirl you later.
Twirl you later.
My bad. I'm Gone with the One
Peace.
Fabulous.
Those are the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.